What if I told you that this player can be the next gnahus? vixylium is an upcoming top player with promising potential in the high BPM jump skill set. At the rate that vixylium is improving, there is no doubt he will breeze through the top 100. Where did vixylium come from? And what were the countless struggles he had to face to reach the top? This is the story of vixylium, the promising high BPM jump player. Let's start with vixylium's beginnings. He first found out about Osu after he was trying to find something to watch on YouTube, and he saw it through the recommended tab, but he wasn't really interested at first. Speaking of the recommended tab, like this video and subscribe so I can be there one day. Only this many people are subscribed. Subscribe, please. Anyways, only a couple days later, Osu would be mentioned by his friend. This caused curiosity and vixylium decided to give it a try, and he has continued to play the game ever since. He has a rather simple playstyle of keyboard and mouse. vixylium says that he has used the playstyle since day one and is currently sticking with it throughout his foreseeable Osu career, although he wants to try using a tablet at one point or another. While vixylium was playing and grasping the fundamentals, his time of playing from April 2018 to April 2021 had been fairly consistent, even having a big spike in play count on December 2020, reaching 10,356 due to it being around the time of the COVID-19 pandemic. During this time, he would set some scores to start off his journey, like his first 500 PP on Sore ga Aidesho. Followed by his first 600 PP on Totsugeki Ro, a score that he would eventually 3-mod down the line. And finally, his first 700 PP on Lonely Go, Fiery's Extreme. These scores are a display of his performance and the path he would go down to become an even more skilled player in the high BPM jump category of Osu. Things were looking fine until betrayal. He was accused of cheating in January 2020 to June 3rd, 2020, where 3 reports were made on r/Osu report, made by someone that vixylium considered a good friend at the time. This obviously stung and hurt him emotionally. This impactful experience of being betrayed by someone he saw as a good friend affected his mentality to the point where he didn't even want to play the game. This speaks levels on who you should trust and how easily that trust can be broken. These 3 Osu reports that I found made by the same guy were basically baseless accusations with some quote-unquote proof. By quote-unquote proof, I mean coincidences that occur to almost every Osu player and pretty frequently in fact. For example, edge hits. When the cursor barely makes contact with the hit circle right at the end, but it connects and you don't miss. The first Osu report on vixylium was just a baseless accusation with zero proof at all. The original poster claims that there is, quote, extremely suspicious cursor movement, and that he is just improving too quickly, going from rank 4.8k to 2.7k after a 1-month break. These words are empty and have zero value. This guy even goes on to say, at the end of this short thread, that he is, quote unquote, not very good at this whole proof aspect of things. What a joke, man. The second Osu report was another quick and short post, just talking about some cursor movement that he deems impossible to happen and to prove legitimacy. I honestly don't know what Blood is waffling about.
Alright, well he's playing extra. I mean, this is fast. This isn't the sleeper one. This is...
Okay.
Yeah, you know what, dude? I don't think he is a mouse player. Maybe he's not.
For the third report made, he has some stupendously dumb claims, such as vixylium quote unquote still blatantly cheating, and that some of his recent plays were all low UR. As he puts it, quote, his top play on Totsugeki is 88.7, and Yome Toru it's 88.4, and on Koisa Yomina High it's 81.9. Extremely low UR for higher ranked players, end quote. Like, what? That isn't even that low. I mean, this is just pulling shit out from the air. Then he puts a bunch of links that I can't be asked to look through because I know my boy legit. Then right at the end he uses the ultimate excuse, that his setup was not the best at the time. The claims made by this guy caused vixylium's change in mindset to stop playing, but eventually he pushed through and continued on with the grind. Finally, we have not yet gone in depth on his play count. As we can see from the graph, vixylium's play count was pretty consistent until June 2021. He started to play offline from June 2021 because he felt heavy expectations and pressure on himself to be able to set scores every time he was online. And the only way to fix that from happening was to play offline so that he could really do whatever he felt like. A pretty simple but detrimental thing to continue the improvement of this talented young player to reach the top. Even after all these reports, he was never restricted, but still provided a good live play. Speaking of his setup, vixylium feels pretty neutral towards the stance of a better setup does not directly help you improve, but rather heightens your skill cap. This is vixylium's response to my question, if setup has ever affected him during his time of playing. Vixylium says, quote, not much, but having a better setup can definitely make you a better player if you are already good. Before around August 2021, I used to play fully on a laptop without a keyboard and monitor. After August, I got my first mechanical keyboard, which definitely made a difference as I could tap much better than before. Another setup upgrade that helped me is when in December 2022 I got a brand new PC and with it a 180Hz monitor, which made AR11 and high AR in general way easier to read. I have to say though that no one should make setup upgrades just in hopes of becoming better at the game, end quote. This is pretty similar to Alerted Dragon's response, as they both say the setup improvements helped improve reading and that the keyboard helps with the tapping better and more efficiently. However, I do feel as if vixylium is more passionate and caters towards the idea of improving on what you have, whereas Alerted suggests a setup change provides a drastic increase in skill and improvement, and playing on a shitty setup just delays you from reaching your true potential if you are already good. It is almost like Osu is a completely preferential game. As time went on, vixylium would set some scores that are really impressive and that he is proud of. Alongside these two impressive plays, vixylium would go on to sit his first 800 PP on no title, as well as it being the first DTFC on the map. Finally, he would set the Lithuanian PP record and get his first 900 PP on Rambu No Melody. From these plays and the plays in the background that have been there for the entirety of this video, we can see vixylium is a high BPM DT aim player. He got better at it by playing high BPM DT and just trying to push his skill cap as far as possible. So sorry, there is no get good quick guide, you just need to play more. He does provide valuable information to improve at whatever skill set you want to improve or pursue in. His advice, quote, is to not stay in your comfort zone ever. Playing the same BPM and the same types of maps that you are already comfortable on won't get you far at all. Pushing yourself by playing harder maps around the same BPM or maps of the same difficulty but higher BPM is the only viable method to improve at high BPM DT. End quote. Now that we have gone through and discussed the highs and lows of vixylium's Osu career, it is best to see his current goals for the future. The goals being pretty vague and simple, like getting country number 1, which he has now got, recently surpassing AryN. Reach top 100, then top 50, and then eventually top 10. Finally, a unique type of goal, being to eventually rank a map, which I found pretty interesting, as players around his caliber are there to consume the maps, not create them. vixylium is currently number 139 on the global rankings, and has recently claimed the number 1 spot in Lithuania. I believe vixylium will be able to set some jaw-dropping scores on impressive high BPM DT maps, and one day when he climbs up the ladder going through top 10, he can be better than gnahus. As for now, he is 15 turning 16 next month, meaning he has plenty of time to use his age and genetics to reach the top. Thanks for watching this video. Please like and subscribe. It helps me out a lot to motivate myself to make more Osu content. Also, big thanks to vixylium who made this video possible with information and his valuable insight. All of his socials will be in the description down below. Thank you for watching and have a good day. See ya.